Hello, welcome back to the Salty Splatoon podcast. This is number 3, I think, right, Evie? But before
That will be
yeah,
right.
but I'd like to address the elephant in the room. Why the hell do you have 7 emeralds floating around you?
Well, obviously the Splatfest was last week, came and went, and Chaos won 3-0. These are Chaos Emeralds. I was on Chaos. Do you see the correlation here?
Yeah, me too.
Duh.
So you're
Duh,
saying
we won because of the Chaos Emeralds.
we won because of Chaos Emeralds. Did you go super? Did you go like a super? Did you just freaking absorb the Chaos Emeralds and then just spit them back out?
I try to. They're not compatible with my system yet.
Yikes! Imagine.
I can only eat the silver one.
Maybe it's because you have a silver ballpoint.
I think that's the case. Yeah,
That
that
could
sounds
be-
about right.
That could be the case. Anyways,
That could be the case.
yes. Before we go into our topics for today, we would like to interject something. So we realize that our channel doesn't have a lot of stuff. Not everyone is necessarily interested in the podcast. So, Eva and I are going to be making our own spin-off series on the channel. That's going to be coming between the downtime between podcasts. Mine will be coming between the downtime of next podcast and this podcast. And Evie's will be coming out in the downtime of that next podcast. And the podcast after that one.
If I can get upstairs in time.
If you can get upstairs in time. Oh, wait a second. I forgot. One of your nubblies is broken. Buddy, let me just get a bandage for you. Jaquan, I need a bandage. I need a bandage. Will this work?
That's
What? Okay. Jaquan.
yeah, I think he's having trouble finding my bandage.
Wait, I think. Oh, come on. Jaquan, this is just a giant post reward of a bandage.
Okay, you know what, Jaquan? I don't need a bandage. I'm just a foot anyway right now. The nubbly will grow back.
Oh boy.
Man,
Thank you for trying, Jaquan.
Between-
Thank you for trying.
between podcasts, I broke my leg. I got my bare minimum recording stuff down here. For my series, I will be diving into the lore and theories for Splatoon.
And I'll.
Whenever
Yeah.
whenever I can get upstairs to do the research and recording and editing and all that fun stuff, will be coming out hopefully within the next couple months.
And I, Tyrant, will be doing a series about I forgot what my series is about, but I can't really put it to words.
Tyrant's tactical tips.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be talking about I'm gonna be talking about how to get better at the game, and it's all gonna start with the first episode coming out about picking your weapon and picking your playstyle. Picking your weapon and playstyle. Don't quote me on that. Probably not the name.
It's going to be different from the series while we talk about the weapons and the advantages and disadvantages of each weapon, each kit.
Yeah.
That will focus more on how to pick your playstyle, which weapons work with different playstyles, and basically how to play the game at a competitive level.
Because every good player starts with picking a good weapon that you feel comfortable with. For me and Evie, it was the ballpoint. Our sweet, sweet ballpoint.
For me in Splatoon 1, it was my heavy splatling.
Me too! But I think look, I started in Splatoon 1 being C- level 17. And now look at me. I would consider myself a pretty damn good player. Got X's for days. And, yeah, I think I did pretty good.
Splatoon 1 has my highest level and highest rank.
Well, doesn't that
Uh,
just cap you at 50?
yep, I'm at level 50, but I'm also an A plus player. I was an S minus player for a bit, but
There was S minus in the original game.
well, at S, but
Yeah.
it's to me, I keep saying S minus because to me it always went minus regular than plus.
Yeah, that's so weird. It just goes like, it's just like S is its own specific rank, and then S plus
Well,
is so many tiers.
I, I guess that makes sense if you think about it in the terms of racing games and stuff like that, where it does have ranks. Like
Yeah,
there's no A plus, A minus. It's just A S X.
yeah,
Well, we're getting off topic. We should talk
yeah,
about our first weapon of the day.
yeah. So we're doing fan request this time. I guess we could call it, if may dare I say, cancerous fan request, because the two weapons we'll be covering today, I, um, I once at a point hated, and the other one I still do. Um, but what
Well,
kind of
meanwhile, for me, I find them both fun.
Anyways, the first weapon we're talking about is the Octobrush. Now, I got a friend who plays Octobrush, and he's a really good Octobrush player. Shout out to Aqua. You, shout out to Aqua for making me see a new light of Octobrushes. Good job, man. Thank you. Um, but like, um, shit, Evie, oh, oh god, oh, damn, looks like, oh, E. There goes my mic. Alright, we got the mic back. Anyways, I got my papers. My papers are all here. Evie, like,
What does Sheldon have to say? What does
yeah,
Sheldon have to say about the Octobrush?
yeah. What does Sheldon have to say about the Octobrush? Let's go see.
It's on your papers.
Yeah, still flipping through them, buddy. Hmm.
I got a funny story about the brush kits, but I'll say that till later until Tyrant tells you what Sheldon has to say about the Octobrush.
Anyways, on this paper it says the Octobrush is a brush with dense bristles that fling a thick stream of ink with each swipe. The Autobomb subweapon allows you to sweep areas you can't see, allowing you to push forward with confidence. Faraway enemies aren't safe either with an inkjet on your side. Easy to use, this brush set is great for brushing up on your skills. So like, yeah, this is a token slayer class. It's a token slayer class. It's got kind of short range. The shot, it's like a 3-shot kill if I remember correctly, since each shot does 40 damage per fling.
Yeah.
And it used to be one of the top tier weapons along with the Tri-Slosher. If any of you Splatoon 2 oldies were there for that era.
Which is
good old days.
looking at the Karen Splatoon 2, which if it wasn't obvious, all your papers are talking about the Splatoon 2 kits.
Yeah.
Compared to the Splatoon 1 kit, it was interesting. It has the Squid Beacon sub and the Kraken special, which offers a different play style.
Uh-huh. A very
I don't think we did. If we hadn't covered Squid Beacons on this thing, it's probably my second favorite sub. Because you can place that. Because if you need more super jump points for flanking, you got them. If you need a quick shield, it's a quick shield.
It also can do other things, but we're going to talk about that when we get to the Octobrush Nouveau. Anyways.
But there's also the Kraken, which probably won't be on any other kit for the Octobrush. Offers brief invincibility as well as a one-shot kill. Downside about the Kraken is always great. Because it is a squid form, it will fall through grates. So if you Kraken over a grate that's over water, well, invincibility can only get you so far.
Yeah, invincibility can't save you from water.
Now, there's a funny story I have with brushes, ink brush, and Octobrush in general. When I play for fun, I like to just walk without rolling, because the brushes are considered also a roller class, all the way from my base to my opponent's base without inking. Then I will ink their base, so every time they come back, they try to find me.
And
But I'm hiding in my ink, then I ambush them. And it
uh,
works. It works. It works more often than not.
oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, God, we keep on recording this at like 10 o'clock at night, and it's, oh my god. You know, it's just like,
Sorry. Between me working and then me having family over.
mm-hmm. It's fine though. Um, People usually go to bars at night anyways, so like, it'd be weird. Would it be weird if we had the salty Splatoon in the morning? You know.
Well, for you, I'm drinking milk. Which, if anyone who played Majora's Mask, you know the milk bar. Alcoholic milk.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And it only opens at 10 o'clock at night.
Oh my god. Salty Splatoon is in Majora's Mask confirmed. Oh my god. Anyways, like, so you have the auto bomb special and the inkjet special. Auto bombs are great for figuring out where your opponents are. You just throw one of these puppies, and it'll be attracted to your enemies like a puppy is to a new person. And I can say from experience, my pupper, whenever she sees a new person, she just like runs straight up to them. You wouldn't believe how much.
Oh, trust me, I understand as well, because I also have a good girl.
Good girls. Oh my god.
Now I've been referring to Autobombs as chickens, because they also remind me as chickens when you go to feed chickens.
I mean, they have a ton of aliases. For one, they're called oh god, that voice crack. For one, they're called chickens, as Evie said. Another name that I hear a lot is cat dogs. Or what? It's either
Cat dogs
or doggy cats. I don't exactly. It has something to do with that. Turkey would also be a very interesting name. A good name for that.
Well, I also hear them compared to as seekers.
Yep.
Because seekers also track.
They're seekers that don't lay ink down. And then you have inkjet, which.
Inkjet. Yeah. That's fun.
You get a jetpack, and it's like having a long-range blaster that can kill in one shot and has unlimited ink.
Well, sometimes it will take 2 shots to kill. You gotta be accurate for one hit kills.
But then again, that you need to be accurate for blasters too. So, an inkjet's a fly.
I'm just saying, if you're an Octobrush main,
yeah.
Just saying, accuracy. You do gotta be accurate for Octobrush, or blasters need more accuracy. I just feel like Inkjet will be better suited for a blaster main who had to make every shot count.
And that's why the custom inkjet is good for blasters. Not the custom inkjet, the custom blaster is good for inkjet. Wait, what?
Okay, well anyway, there's just like most weapons in Splatoon, this weapon does have multiple kits.
And let's move on to its next kit. Jaquan, take it away.
Boop.
Here, I think this is actually the Splatoon 1 model. I mean...
That is the Splatoon 1 model.
Yeah. Jaquan, where's the Splatoon 2 model? Oh, this is all you could find?
Well, not much change between the Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2 model.
Yeah.
It's just thinner. It's just slightly thinner.
Anyways, let's see what's going on about this. Flipping to my papers. Okay, so the Octobrush Nouveau matches the Octobrush in stats, but encourages a more supportive playstyle. Play Squid Recons carefully and strategically, allowing your team to coordinate offensively and rest the enemy together. You can support your buds on the front lines using tenta missiles, making this weapon set perfect for the true team player. So, you heard the man. This is a supportive weapon. Because, like, you have the killing power of the Octobrush, which is that like that. And then you also have beacons, which can help support your teammates to get into the fray. And then you have tenta missiles, which can cause disarray against the other lines. Wait, oh god. Against the other team. And speaking from experience, when you have two people who have locked tenta missiles onto you, and only you, it's really scary. Like, oh my god. And what's even suckier is that some teammates don't know what to do and just run into their other teammates who are trying to escape tenta missiles, and they get killed.
Oh, I got a perfect picture for that.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah, trust me, you should remember this picture. It was when I was playing with our Octobrush friend. He was using the Octobrush Nouveau. I was using ballpoint, and
Ballpoint boys.
And that happened. When you see the picture, you'll understand.
Shall we show it to our? Are we gonna show it to our?
You should show it to them. I send it to you.
All right.
It might take a while to get there.
We just gotta wait. In the meantime, while we wait for that picture to load up, let's talk more about this ink brush. So,
Okay, well, I should also mention something about the Splatoon 1 kit. It had the splat bomb, great for trapping, great for basically baiting out an enemy, as well as Ink Zuka.
Oh, the Ink Zuka. Oh,
The Ink Zuka works so well with this kit because it allowed it to fight things that outranged it. And it can outrange just about everything.
One hit kill. It's like Inkjet, but better.
Yeah.
It's like
it's a lot better. It has better range.
Yeah, if you made the rainmaker
trees are
one, then this was your weapon.
Trees are still your mortal enemy.
Yeah. Stand underneath the trees. You're completely safe. Tornadoes can't get underneath trees, buddy.
Yeah. Yep. Two news trees were the squid's mortal enemy.
Oh my god. It hasn't loaded in yet.
On my end it's sent. Oh wait, I sent it somewhere else. I thought I had this open, but I actually sent it to a server. Ha.
Oh my god, what server?
Everything gaming.
That's my pal EV server. That's my paleo EV server.
There we go. Now it should be to you.
Oh my god.
You're.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yep.
Alright, we're showing this to Jaquan. Could you print that out for us?
Thank you, Jaquan. I still have nightmares about that.
Okay, that's really blurry, Jaquan. Make it smaller. But yeah, oh my god.
Saying,
it's terrifying.
I got control back. I got control back as the missiles came on screen.
Oh my god, that's actually terrifying.
Yep.
That's actually terrifying.
I have nightmares about that to this day.
Oh dear god. Sorry man. I'm so sorry.
And before anyone says anything, yes, I have a Japanese account for Splatoon. I like the looks of the exclusive gear better, and plus the text boxes seem faster because they can put less characters to say the same exact thing.
Japanese letters. That's why most speedrunners use Japanese language.
Well,
because it's
technically there's another reason why, because the Japanese version is like almost always an earlier build, so there's a lot more
Glitches.
helpful bugs and glitches in the game. Like for example, Super Mario 64, the mids clip, BLJs are easier. There's a lot of missing invisible walls.
Ah.
Yep.
All right. Anything else you want to say about the Octorosh Nouveau before we move on?
I prefer the Splatoon 1 kit. I missed Inkzuka.
We all miss Inksuka, man. We all miss Inksuka. But I was so glad we got.
Still not. It's still nothing
But dude,
to Ink Strike. It's
yeah,
still nothing to Ink Strike.
yeah. But like,
Okay.
you know what I also miss? You know what like that we got to experience in the final fest? The killer whale.
The music, the killer and the music.
Oh my god, the killer whale. Dude, once we get the 5.0 stages, hopefully we'll still be able to get killer whale because of that. Oh my god, I would love that so much. Just to use that killer whale again. Oh my god.
Just kind of hate that's luck. Just it still sucks that's luck behind a stage. Oh well.
Yeah.
Well, Jaquan, I think we're done with the Duvo kit here.
Alright. Thank you, Jaquan.
No.
Take out our next. Ooh, shiny. Look at how pearly white that ink is.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the hero brush, the hero Octobrush replica, which is just the same thing as the Octobrush vanilla
Well,
kit,
that's not.
but it's shinier.
Yeah, it's not.
But it's shinier.
It's not necessarily shiny. It's more flashy. This, my friends, is shiny. It's shiny because it's new. It's really new.
But my Chaos Emeralds are more shiny.
Oh damn, you're right. You're right. But anyways.
They've been around since 1992.
Good. Anyways, let's see what Sheldon has to say about these weapons. The Kensa Octobrush is a limited edition Octobrush created in collaboration with Tony Kensa. Keep distant foes on the lockdown with the suction bomb sub and wipe nearby foes off the map with the Octobrush. Use the running speed of your main to soak chaos in enemy turf, then break down the hammer on foes you find with the Ultra Stamp. This set is for splat artists who are eager to ink masterpieces with clever brushstrokes and well-placed stamp marks. Well, you see, this weapon, I think, is quite viable, actually. You have the Ultra Stamp, which, like, in the right hands, I know from experience, from my pal Onklong and my buddy Aqua, they come in clutch. They can come in clutch. That hammer, right hands, oh my god. I mean, if you go back to the stream of Splatoon Amateur Circuit Season 0, or if you go look at the Fresh Start Cup, or the Fresh Start Cup, stream, no, not the Fresh Start Cup, by this cool dude on Twitch named the Jackster. Wait, let me just let me see. I think his name was
Basically, what he's trying to say
I
is,
was right. The Jackster1676. You should go check out his Twitch. But yeah, on Seaside Sunrise, the Amino tournament, you could also see that. Both times, the casual splatters were playing. So yeah. Anyways, let's talk about
most weapons on this kit is actually a one-hit kill. Suction bomb if you're in its blast radius. Ultra stamp if you get hit with it.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
And again, suction bomb great for baiting and trapping.
Uh-huh. It is.
Still not my favorite bomb though.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like, such bomb is kind of slow. But, common running theme between all the Octobrushes is, like, they have insanely low special charge times. Like, you have the Ultra Stamp, Kenza and Vanilla, They both have 180p for their special,
180. Yeah.
and the Nouveau has 170. So it's really easy to gather special on this one. It's sick.
And because it's also a roller, you can actually ink a lot more places faster.
Uh-huh. Well, brushes are technically considered a subclass
They're
of roller.
ten. They're technically in the part of the class called rollers because it rolls. I
Yeah.
consider brushes to be a subclass of rollers
Yeah, me
because
too.
it's not like a true roller
But it's also not necessarily its own class.
own class. Yeah,
Hmm.
just like how I considered certain weapons to be subclasses. Like, for example, when we get around talking about them, the nozzle noses. I consider
Yeah.
them to be a sub. I consider them to be a subclass of regular shooters because they're not traditional shooters, but there's not enough variety for them to be their own class.
Yeah, like they're under the big genre of shooters, but it's like let's say you have a genre named mystery. Like you have a let's pick a genre like a mystery. Um, there's subgenres like fantasy mystery, horror mystery,
Sci-fi.
science mystery.
Well, let's
Uh,
go with just fiction in general. You got sci-fi,
yeah,
fantasy, adventure.
and you also have subclasses of that. Weapons in Splatoon kind of work like that too.
Because everything under the shooter class, you got Luna Blaster, the nozzle noses, Squeezer. Then you got your rollers from
Blaster,
regular
yeah,
rollers down to octo brushes. Then you got your chargers from Squiffer, regular Splat, the E-Leader, the Bamboozler, Gootuber, Sloshers, which includes all the sloshing stuff, Splatlings, Mini Splatling, which I consider its own subclass because it doesn't have the range.
but it still has the same. No. In my opinion, I would
It's
call
it's still it's
yeah,
it still follows the classic
yeah.
Splatling
It's
formula,
not necessarily
but
yeah, but I think it's not necessarily a subclass because
well, here's the thing. We'll get to this when we talk about the mini Splatlings, and this is the only reason why I say that. Besides the not one of the knowledge kits that we talked about, the mini Splatlings are the only in one of the Hydras. The mini Splatlings is the only Splatling kit that has bomb,
yikes. But like, I mean, there's
and
not necessarily deviations.
it has the most viable bomb for a Splatling.
Ooh. Yeah, we'll talk.
It's
Yeah,
faster. It's faster. It's less short range. It doesn't play. While the other Splatlings can be, I guess, technically backline if you're the one that's actually the backline and more supportive weapons, the Mini doesn't have that same play style.
yeah,
It's a Splatling, yes, but requires a different play style. And
yes.
that's the same thing with brushes and rollers.
Like in my
Brushes have the classic roller formula. They roll. You got your flick, but it requires a completely different play style.
so in my opinion, I also think that the Nautili are a like complete like a subclass.
I feel like it's a hybrid. It might be a hybrid
Just like the ballpoint. Those are I'd say those are the two hybrids of the swaddling family.
because it doesn't have the classic Splatling charge up, and then you fire your entire charge.
Yeah, but we'll talk about ballpoints in a future episode.
And we'll talk about the rest of the Splatling family later as well.
I think that's all we have to say about the octobrushes.
What's your favorite Octobrush kit?
Um, I think my favorite octobrush kit is either the classic or the Kenza.
My favorite, and this I'm going to get a lot of hate from this, is the Splatoon 1 Nouveau.
Ah. Oh, I thought
I
you were
miss
ta-
my I miss my Inkzuka. Not as much as my Ink Strike, but I miss my Inkzuka.
Well, look, I thought we were talking about the Splatoon 2 kits. That's fine.
I'm talking about all the kids I'm talking about all the
Whatever.
kids we cover.
It's fine.
Splatoon 1 and Splatoon
Yeah.
2.
But it's not like I played a lot of Splatoon 1 either. So
Yeah, you were only level 17.
only level 17. My god.
They didn't even have all the weapons unlocked.
Yeah.
Okay, well, time to get to our next and last weapon class for today.
Wait, actually, EV, what exactly is our next weapon class?
Well, why don't you look at the fan results?
Okay. Uh, mm, mm. Oh no. Oh god, no, why? No, 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 no,
Yep.
no, no, no.
Yep.
Oh my, not the arrow sprays.
Let the chaos reign.
Okay, okay. We're gonna have to cover these. Okay, okay.
We will have to cover them eventually.
Yep, well, might as well get them out of the way now. The aerospace! Probably, in my opinion, the least viable, the least viable weapons in the game. It's so bad. So bad.
They might be a little bit better in Splatoon 1, but I will talk about that later.
They're only viable in Turf War, and even then, the only reason why they're better in Splatoon 1 is because this they're carried by the specials.
Well, no. Splatoon 1's experience rates are how much experience you get is actually determined by your overall ink percentage. The
Oh.
aerospray, the aerospray being able to ink almost
Oh.
everything really fast makes it getting up to level 20 very easy. After you get to level 20, stop using it. Because then you have a set experience growth.
Ah.
And you have a set experience points that you need anyway. So after that, you can stop using that in Splatoon 1. Once you unlocked it, and by the way, to be able to unlock Aerospray, you had to play the story mode.
So you had to play the story mode to unlock.
And then get to level 7. And then, well, it's not bad. At least the Splatoon 1 kit. It's actually pretty fun.
And what's the Splatoon 1 kit, Evie? Before I read Sheldon's notes.
The Splatoon 1 kit for the vanilla Aerospray is Seeker, which is a rare sub weapon, and Ink Zuka. For a weapon like this that's faster to get its special build up, and Ink Zuka being one of the cheaper specials, oh man, it's fun.
Maybe this is why. This is why they didn't bring back the specials. Splatoon 1.
Yep, because
I don't think
because the second best weapon, personally, for getting it special, that's in the shooter class, besides the Aerospray, is the Anzac.
I don't think I can live in a world where this is allowed to exist. But
Hey, special charge up Exuka. Let's go.
anyways, let me just okay, so Sheldon's notes say the range and accuracy of the Aerospray MG aren't anything to write home about, but you got that right. But it's got an incredible rate of fire. Combined with the suction bombs as a sub, the main weapon offers great power and great in spray to boot. I wouldn't say great power. You can really surprise your opponents with the curling bomb launcher special, so don't miss out on this set. So yeah, Splatoon 2 has suction bomb and the curling bomb launcher.
Which, to say, loses a bit of power. Yes, I'll give you that.
But also it's really annoying. Like when you're just
Oh, so annoying.
you're playing a game, and then all of a sudden, right at the end, this guy pops out the curling bomb launcher and just freaking wins.
Oh, and let's not forget the great thing about specials in both games, especially in Splatoon 1. Fire off a Seeker, they jump over it, pull out your Inkzuka.
Oh my god.
They're dead. Again, same thing with this game. throw out your suction bomb real quick, pull out your curling bomb launcher, fire away your curling bombs. You can even charge your curling bombs to even get it to detonate shorter, like have a shorter fuse time. Cook your curling bomb bit, get away from your suction bombs coming towards you, and they blow up.
Yeah, but then again, by charging them up, you're also
You,
getting that
you,
suction bomb. You're also
well,
getting
curling
that
bombs, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm curling bombs. I mean, um,
Like I said, it's not a good strategy. It's not like the Seeker they jump over and you pull out your Inkzuka. I mean, we felt, and even if they either die to the Seeker, they die to the Inkzuka.
yeah, but like,
And to be fair, the Seeker was better to hide behind.
by the way, before we go any further, the aerosprays are known as trash cans.
Well, they're called trash cans, but they're supposed to be paint sprayers.
They're called trash cans because they know you're bad, so they have a trash can for you. That was a quote from Scott Falco's video about Splatoon 2. Splatoon 2 side assault.
And to be fair, the aerospray did get weaker in Splatoon 2 than in Splatoon 1. But still a fun weapon to use from time to time. Again, I would not recommend it for competitive players on a daily basis.
Yeah, this is not a good
But
way to take into
if you just want to go out there, have a good time and have fun, then yes, go with it because it is a fun weapon. And no, we didn't even get to the cancerous weapon yet. You can't even say that.
Oh yeah, we have yet to come across the weapon that has sneaked its way into range when it really shouldn't be. That makes me sick to my stomach. But that's one weapon away for right now. Jaquan, take it away.
Oh, here's a fun fact for you. The aerosprays, all the kits, and the ink brushes, all the kits, are the only weapons as of right now that requires 5 hits to splat. You need 5 hits to splat an opponent with the aerosprays and the ink brushes.
Okay. Anyways, we have to talk about the Aerospray RG now.
I wonder what it stands for.
I actually have no clue, but it's the
Really, I was being stupid.
Damn. Is it standing for gold?
It's yes.
Anyways, let's see what Sheldon has to say about this weapon. So the Aerospray RG set is a modified Aerospray MG set. It has the same great fire rate, but the sprinkler gives the set absurd coverage. It didn't need any more coverage.
That helps.
The baller lets you cut off sections of your opponent's territory, so I strongly recommend it for players who really want to control the turf.
No.
Again, with the insane painting power of this weapon. It's like...
For painting, I think I prefer the Splatoon 2 kit. Because the Splatoon 1 kit has something that hurts me greatly.
What?
Okay, so I should get the good part of the Splatoon 1 kit out of the way. It has Ink Strike.
Hey!
Yay! Applause everywhere! Yay! The best, my favorite special.
Sick.
And it has my least favorite sub weapon on that kit, and it hurts.
What?
Ink Mine.
Oh god.
Ink Mine is not good for the modes that the Aerospray is good in. It's great for tower control.
It's great
because you know where they're going to go.
Yeah, like it's great for e-leaders because you can send it around yourself. So if someone's coming.
Well, no, remember, the Ink Mine doesn't target in Splatoon 1.
Oh yeah.
It's a bomb. It is a bomb.
Oh yeah.
It kills. It's a one-hit kill. If they're over it.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that it hurts it. That's why it's only good in tower. I feel like it's only good in tower control. Because if you placed it on the tower, enemy player gets on tower, then they blow up.
Yeah. Oh my god, these voice cracks.
And the downside of Ink Mine Splatoon 1, you can only place one at a time.
Yeah. Anyways.
But think about this. Great painting power. Probably the best weapon to get Ink Strike besides the NZAP.
Uh-huh.
I'm not 100% sure about that. About the NZAP thing.
Anyways.
But Ink Strike, great painting power, you get it a lot. Ink Strikes are just amazing. You can ink a lot of turf anywhere on the map you choose. Great for dealing with snipers, great for dealing things that got you pinned down. Which is why I prefer it on the splat link, because you got the splash wall. But you don't have that here. You got the ink mine to defend you. Come on, Elier. Try to shoot me over the ink mine.
Try to shoot me over the ink mine, pal. There's no way you could get it past my superior defense. Uh-huh.
Okay, that's why that kit hurts me so, which is why I say the Splatoon 2 Aerospray RG is the better kit. Sprinkler, great for placing at one end of the map so we can continue to get turf. Sprinkler does get damage, it can be a shield. While you go up into another corner, which makes it seem like you got more, that you're somewhere where you're not. In Baller, it's just a knockoff Kraken.
Yeah.
With an explosion.
Like, the one problem with the Aerospray 2, as I'm watching footage from our field tester, is that, like, oh god,
it's inaccurate. It's inaccurate.
Yeah, all the Aerosprays are extremely inaccurate, and what's more, they can't, like, if you're far away from, like, a grate or something, you have to look directly up, and even then you don't really necessarily hit them.
Well, it's not supposed to have great range. It's supposed to be a painting weapon, and that's what excels it. It excels in a painting weapon. It's not meant for fighting.
And that's why it's not necessarily good inside of ranked, where...
Well, technically in ranked, you don't have to fight anyone.
But
you can technically win a ranked match without having to do any fighting.
But
which is harder than it seems in most modes. The easiest mode to probably do that in besides is either clam blitz in Splatoon 2 or splat zones in general.
Yeah. But like then you can't, but like with like not a lot of fighting power, you can't protect yourself, and thus like you can't use that insane
That's why you got the baller. Duh.
Yeah. Anyways, I think we've talked enough about this. How about we move on to our next weapon?
I know I ranted a lot about that one.
And this weapon is probably one of the most cancer of them all.
This is Aerospray PG. Hey, Tyrant, what does PG mean?
Poo garbage.
Oh, well, it's supposed to mean paint gold, but okay.
Poo garbage. Poo garbage.
I will say probably out of all the Aerospray kits, this is probably the best one in both games. But we'll get to that after you tell us what Sheldon has to say about it.
The Aerospray PG has been designed by and for masters of the art of splatting, and has been optimized and refined in every way imaginable. Keep your foes at tentacles length with a barrage of burst bombs, all while inking a solid swath on your path to victory. And when the going gets tough, break out the Booyah Bomb to turn the tide of battle in your favor. For some, the key to victory is simple. Just cover everything in ink. If this describes you, give this set a go. So, this set...
Which is funny, because it's a Sheldon pick weapon, which means Sheldon refurbished it.
So, this weapon has burst bombs and Booyah Bomb. and it can get that Booyah Bomb previously in only 180p, but now it's been nerfed to 190p, a much needed nerf.
Well, it's only 10 points because it was 180.
But still, 10 points is better than no points.
Well, again, this weapon again was in Splatoon 1. It kept the burst bomb, which burst bomb is great on it.
Burst Bomb makes things better, but like
burst bomb is my favorite bomb. I'm just going to say that right now. But in place of the Booyah Bomb that it got in Splatoon 2, it lost the Kraken, which we just talked about, which is basically the better baller.
Yep. But here's the thing with the Aerospray PG. This was the Aerospray that wormed its way into ranked, which is absolutely terrible. I mean, I remember.
Well, to be fair, if you were to take an Aerospray into rank, this is the one you should take.
Yeah, but like, if I remember correctly, when I was right when they were released, I was playing inside of ranked, right? And it was splat zones, and there was a remix and a PG on the other team. And they kept on spamming Booyah Bomb onto the zone. Do you take over the zone? Oh, there's a Booyah Bomb right in your face. 2 Booyah Bombs, so you can't stop it. And they retake the zone, they do all that stuff. Of course, the PG started to die down. But like, holy shit. It was a terrible time to be a player of Splatoon 2. It's like...
Well, to be fair, what you're saying is what I was hearing about this was you saying at the time this was great for splat zones. I believe that this weapon for at least Splatoon 2 was made for splat zone.
Well, yeah, it's
you got a great weapon. You got a great weapon that's covering turf, which boosts your special. Burst bombs, which are always great because instead of the other bombs, which you only have enough ink in your tank for 1, you can throw 2. And if your aim is true, 2 bombs are all you need. And then you got the Booyah Bomb, which has invincibility frames, on top of it basically being this game's replacement for the Ink Strike.
Yep, Booyah Bomb has super armor, boys.
Well, the thing is, with Booyah Bomb, it's a weaker Ink Strike as well, with its Tornado of Death. Ink Strike Tornado of Death is an instant kill. You can survive the Booyah Bomb Tornado of Death if you're lucky.
The Booyah Bomb Tornado Death, yes, like, even if you're on the outer rims, if you get trapped in it, like, if you're just slightly in it, you can still die. It's absolutely...
Well, I'm just saying, there's ways to prepare for it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't... If you got another Booyah Bomb, you don't want that to break your armor, because it will break your armor. So you just take a bit of damage, then you activate your Booyah Bomb.
Yeah. What do you think? I really don't know what to call this weapon. I mean, if you're gonna play Aerospray...
It's a fun weapon. It's a fun weapon. Yeah. It's the Splatoon 2 kit and the Splatoon 1 kit is the better kit of the 3, in my opinion.
I mean...
Burst bombs deal a lot of damage. Damage up in Splatoon 1 helped burst bombs.
Yeah. And I mean, like, if you think about it, if you played... Wait, shit, if I remember correctly...
If you're playing a mode that needs turf, any ground turf, the PG is good. It's not the... I don't think it's the best you can go with.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get... There's going to be... Especially in zones, because there's going to be a little skirmishes. But you could do a whole lot worse.
Yeah. But, like... my opinion, these weapons are a lot more support focused. Even if you were to bring them into comp.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I won't disagree with that.
I mean,
I'm just saying
they
that
have the short range of
I'm.
the Slayer, but they're most definitely support.
Oh yeah, especially with this with the PG Splatoon 2 kit. Burst bombs always great for supporting. Always great for chip damage. Booyah bomb great for covering.
Yeah. Um.
And a great distraction too.
Anyways, I think we've said enough about the Aerospray PG. So, Evie, I think it's time to end this off. We've talked about all of the weapons we were supposed to talk about today, and I think it was a good recording. Good recording of the Salty Splatoon.
Well, they should subscribe to the channel if they haven't already.
So
Like and share the video to help the channel grow, and be sure to
hit the bell
keep
notification. Stay tuned.
well keep in tune for Tyrant's tactical tips in my series
Yep.
coming soon,
Coming quite soon.
and within the next couple months after I get fully healed. My series discussing again the lore and theories of Splatoon, surrounding what we know from bits of dialogue, sunken scrolls, and all that, as well as coming up with theories backed by in-game lore.
Now, I thoroughly thank you for watching this podcast. Evie, any last words before I stop the recording?
I need more milk.
Alright, that's all, folks. Thank you, and come again. Come again to the Salty Splatoon. Same time, 10 p.m.